everybody watching the video, and in this video I'm going to be telling you how to improve your combos in block style PvP. Without further ado, that was a very short intro, but let's get into the video. However, just before I get any deeper into the video, make sure you have the basics done of PvP, talking about movement, aim, and CPS if that's important to you. And if once you've mastered those skills, it's time to get on how to get better combos. Most PvP tutorials focus on the main things, such as movement, aim, and CPS. However, there's one technique that you can use to get much better combos that is actually really easy to learn, but doesn't seem to appear in many tutorials. This method is sprint resetting. This method isn't hard, but out of the many PvP block style tutorials I've watched, I have not seen many, or any, that mentions sprint resetting in its actual form. And for the people that don't know what sprint resetting is, here's an explanation. In block style, there's a mechanic where the first hit that you do while you're sprinting does increased knockback. You may have seen these as blue particles. Blue particles indicate increased knockback. And this increased knockback is so useful for getting combos as it allows you to lift your opponent. Why knockback helps you in PvP is pretty simple. When there's a player and another player, the reach between them is equal because the viewpoint is at their heads, both of them, and they're both on a level playing field. But when you knock them, they go up and they go backwards. And if you time it right so that you hit them there, you do this. And you might say that this helps with nothing, but like this, when shown like this, you can just attack their toes while they have to try and look at you, because I don't think attacking like this is shorter. And this distance is actually shorter than this. And I don't want to write the math for it, but it is. And that's why knockback helps you in PvP. But okay, sprint resetting gives you knockback, but exactly how do we sprint reset? Sprint resetting in block style can be done in two ways. One's obviously much easier and a bit less helpful, but they're both basically equal except for one being harder. Now, the first one is spamming. You can either just spam crouch or just spam W, or you can go with the second option, which is much harder. But what you need to do is, after hearing a hit, you have to take your finger off the key and then go again. Or if you want to crouch, press C for a brief amount of time and then let go before you do your next hit, and then you repeat. It's the same as X, and that's how you sprint reset. It was actually that simple. Now, just before I end the video, here's some tips and stuff I want to say. Firstly, thank you for Goldbox YT, because all those PvP clips are me versing with Goldbox YT. He's a really good player, and he also has a channel, so please go and check his channel. The link is in the description. Please go and sub to him. Also, Quirky YT is also really cool. Please go and sub to him too. His channel will also be in the description. And also, lastly, some tips for PvPing is, firstly, battle with people at your skill level. This means to not target low skill players, because this will not improve your PvP at all. And secondly, this does not at all mean to go and verse very advanced block style PvPers, because for you to train in block style PvP, confidence is very important. If you have a mindset that is towards negative thoughts about box style PvP, that will not help you with your training. So I recommend versing players at your skill level, and I also recommend if you're interested in box style PvP to focus more on game modes like Bed Wars and Sky Wars. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll meet you on another one. Thank you.